So let's, just before we get ourselves settled here, let's do our little alignment check. So move around, maybe take a few steps forward, a few steps back, and just land how you would stand if you were just kind of talking to a friend, waiting in line at the grocery store. Just notice where everything is. And so from week to week, as we move through these posture movements, see if you notice a tendency to be in a little better alignment, okay? So we want, instead of the hands way forward, shoulders rounded, we want the hands more toward the sides of the legs, shoulders over hips, hips over ankles, ears over shoulders. Okay, and just keep noticing during your day. A lot of posture is just awareness. Okay, and now start to set yourself up for your mountain pose. So the feet are about hip width distance apart. The muscles all start to engage from the lower legs, even your ankles. Feel your ankles start to pull in towards center, knees up, shoulders away from the ears, palms forward to help open the heart. Check where your head is, okay? Ears over shoulders. And now just check in with your breath. See how the breath can move from this nice long space here. Okay, and as you allow your breath to deepen, see if you can get it to go all the way to the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, the crown of your head. Just radiate the breath all the way through the body as you inhale, and then soften as you exhale. But as you soften, keep a good alignment, keep nice posture, don't kind of, okay, so try that a couple of times. So let's add some arms here. We're dealing with new moon energy, so we're going to do some releasing. Palms out, inhale, float the arms up. Turn your palms to face the earth, and exhale, hands right through center. Just press down anything you don't want. Press it down into the earth, let it go. Inhale that energy, and just press anything you don't want to carry into your practice. Just release it, press down. And one more time, inhale up. And press it down. All right, and just come back to your breath for a moment. And we're going to start our 6 basic movements of the spine here. So we're also going to work on opening the shoulders a little more here. So let the knees and hips be soft. Take your hands to your shoulders, so the elbows are bent, obviously. And then take your shoulders up and forward and up and back. Up and forward and up and back. And your spine is going to move along with the shoulders, up and forward, up and back. Basic cat-cow with a little more assistance from the shoulders and the arms. And the next time you're forward, just hold here, drop your hands, roll on up to a nice tall stand here. And we're going to take the arms up, interlace the fingers. Now, just in this interest of mindfulness, switch the interlace of your fingers by 1. Okay, so we always take the same grasp, switch it by 1. Turn your palms up toward the sky. Let your shoulders be away from your ears with your feet planted here. Inhale, reach the hips away, the ribs away from the hips, and just tilt to the left, Stay in touch with what your right foot is doing. Keep it grounded. If you notice the shoulders start to lean forward, just stop there, okay? So we want the shoulders stacked here, just like triangle. Bring it up. Reach the ribs away from the hips. Tilt over to the right. Get a nice stretch in that left side. And bring it up. We're going to reach and tilt back over to the left. Yes, beautiful. Shoulders are staying stacked. Bring it up. And tilt over to the right. And come up. Now when we tilt over to the left, take your gaze up to the right. Look way up to the sky and come up. And then tilt to the right. Take your gaze way up to the left and come up and release. Shake those arms out. Ooh, those shoulders really got a little action going on there, right? Okay, so we're going to practice now just twisting from the belly button up. So it may not go as far as you typically go. So take a block, put it in between your thighs. Your toes and your hips are facing forward. So these hip creases here, boom, headlight shining forward. Bring your hands together, palms together, and touch your thumbs to your chest. Okay? So we're going to lengthen the ribs away from the hips here and start to twist to the right without letting those hands leave the chest. And then come back to center and twist to the left. Those thumbs are still on your chest. That's as far as you go as you can with your thumbs on your chest and your hips facing forward. The block is giving you signals, turn to the right. So if you start to notice that your legs are trying to participate, then back off on your twist. Twist back over to the left and up and twist to the right and up. And one more time like this, to the left and up. So now we've trained the hips to stay forward. Put the block down. Don't change anything else. Your imaginary block, the thighs are magnetizing toward each other to keep that imaginary block there. Hands come back to the chest. Lift up and see what happens when you twist. And center and to the left. And center. Okay, whew. Release, shake it out. Inhale and exhale. Okay. All right, so that was the 6 basic positions of the spine. We're going to do some standing camels now to combat this forward rounding that we sometimes find ourselves in. So the feet are now hip-width distance apart. You might still be feeling that block, the thighs magnetizing toward each other. Hands are on your hips with the fingertips pointing down, okay? And then we take the shoulders up toward the ears, down the spine, start drawing the elbows toward each other, and just shine your heart up. We don't throw the head back. We just shine the heart up, and the head is right there following. And release. And that might be your standing camel for today. You might feel like I'm going to put my hands on my thighs because I can be a little more open right now in my shoulders. So if you want to put your hands on your thighs instead of up here, okay, same thing. Roll the shoulder blades toward each other, lift the heart. Maybe the hands are going to slide down. Heart shining up and release. Shake out the shoulders. And final position, clasp the hands, okay? If your shoulders don't like this, you can try bending your elbows, or you can just keep your hands on your hips. Everybody good? Let's try shoulder blades toward each other. Remember, we're only shining the heart up and the head goes along for the ride. We're not doing this, trying to see behind us. Oh, and release. Woo, shake it out. Okay, so say hello to your shoulders. Shake out those wrists for a little bit. Let's come back to mountain pose here and see how everything feels in mountain pose now. Take a nice little inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to be working our way down. So let's come to the back of the mat. Feet hip-width distance apart here. Inhale and exhale. All right, draw the arms up. Nice inhale, shoulders away from the ears. Folding forward over the hip creases. Just let the hands land wherever is best for them right now. It could be thighs, it could be shins, it could be mat. Wherever you are, bring your hands to your thighs now. Hips back, shine your heart forward, and then sink the hips as you bring your hands to the mat. Take yourself forward to plank. We're going to begin a little core exploration here from plank. Now maybe knees up, plank isn't the right place for you to be right now. Feel free to bring your knees down. You can also work at a wall. Okay, so I'm going to come down and watch you for a second. Raise your right foot 3 inches off the mat, just 3 inches. Leave the hips where they are. Just raise the right foot. There it is. Bring it down. And raise the left foot 3 inches. Good. Bring the left foot down. Come to downward facing dog. And walk your hands to your feet. So we're coming back to the back of our mat. Feet are grounded. Float up. Palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. Did you feel your core work when you did that little foot lift? A little extra work there? Okay, so we're going to continue with that. Remember, you can work with your knees down. Everybody good to continue? Good to go? All right, the feet are hip-width distance apart. Remember, we're folding from the hip creases with a long spine. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive from the hip creases, long spine. Bring your hands to your thighs, hips back. Shine your heart forward. Now we're sinking the hips down. Sink, sink, sink. When your hips go as low as they're going to go now, then you bring your hands down. Walk forward to plank. Okay, you can totally bring your knees down anytime. You can work knees up one time, knees down the other. It does not matter. We're going to take that right leg back up. Engage the core. Bring it down. Left leg up. So I'm switching to knee down because I just got a little tired. I was losing my form. So now I'm taking my left leg up. I'm happy with what my body is offering me. And then I'm going to come into downward facing dog. Remember, we're accepting what the body offers. Inhale and exhale. All right, now go ahead and bring your knees down and sit off to the side. Take the legs straight and find seated mountain pose. Shake everything out. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're just going to take a few breaths here. Now on Monday, we reviewed Lotus. So we're going to review that one more time because we want to, in this new moon energy, we're planting seeds of intention as well as releasing. Yes, so let's get our seeds planted. Hands out by your side. Inhale, float the arms up. We take the heels of the hands, pinkies and thumbs together. The 3 middle fingers are spread. We've got a nice cup here. And draw in everything that you want to bring in as you start to draw your palms toward each other, hands to your heart. Okay, so that's the capture energy. All right, bring your hands down one more time. Inhale up. Heels, pinkies, thumbs, make your cup. Gather and seal it into your heart. Good, and release. All right, let's shake around for a little bit, and we're going to do some core work, and then we're going to do Supta Hasta Padangustasana, which we need the strap for. Okay, so grab your strap, and our core work is going to be a takeoff on dead bug. So let's take it down, 2 feet to the mat. Okay. All right. So everybody's done plenty of dead bugs. We're not going to go through all the variations, but remember that you can always work with 2 feet down if that's working better for you. Okay. You can bend knees when the leg is straight if that works better for you. For now, we're going to take the right leg straight up and the left arm straight up. Yeah, we're already starting out. Inhale and exhale. The left foot's still on the mat. We're going to flex the right foot and take the right leg slowly down as the left arm comes slowly back. The hand and foot 3 inches off the mat. They stay right there. Now point the toes. Right leg up, left arm up. And do that again on the right, leg and leg. So remember, you could be working with a bent knee here on the right if that's better for you. Point the toes and right leg, left arm up, flex down. That's your right leg, left arm. And point up. Okay. Now we're going to take it down, stay here with the arm back, and point up, flex down 4 times. Point up, flex down, point up, flex down. It's smooth, but it's slow and controlled. There's no momentum going on here. Last time, point up, flex down, point up, bring the arm up, so left arm, right leg are up, and bring the right foot and the left hand down. Ready on the left leg up, okay, right arm up, flex your left foot, left leg slowly down, right arm back, point up. Try and keep the right hand and the left heel 3 inches off the mat when they come down, rather than come into resting. And up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up. Now flex down, keep the right arm back, and we're going to point up on the left, flex down on the left, point up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up, and bring the right arm up, and then go ahead and bring the left foot and the right arm down. Let your knees gently open and close. Little butterfly wings there. Inhale and exhale. Everybody okay so far? Are we good? Okay, so now we're going to take some oblique forms of this. Okay, so take both arms up and draw your palms together. Both feet are on the mat. You're going to roll your shoulders and head up and take both hands over to the right. Come center, roll down. All 10 fingertips are pointing straight up. Roll the shoulders and head up and take your arms over to the left. Come center and down. Okay, now we want to add some leg. Well, want it might be a strong word, right? Now we're going to add some legs. So let's have the arms up and take the, did we start on the left last time? What? Yeah, right leg up. There we go. All right, so we've pointed the right leg up and the toes are pointed. Roll up, take the arms out to the right, flex your right foot down, point up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up. One more, flex down, point up, release to center, and bring your foot down. Give your arms a little break. We're going to do the same thing on the left. Palms touch, roll your shoulders and head up, over to the left. Take the left leg up, point the toe. Staying with the arms up, flex down with the leg, point up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up. One more, flex down, woo, point up. Bring the knees and the arms down. Let your knees open and close. Take a nice long stretch and then draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug and just rock around on the spine. If it's side to side that's feeling good to you, forward and back, whatever's floating your boat tonight. All right. Bring your feet to the mat. Raise one leg and wiggle your feet at me if you felt some core activity there. Raise two legs and wiggle your feet if you feel like we didn't work hard enough. Okay, all right, just checking, inhale and exhale. Now we're going to move on to Supta Hasta. So grab your strap. We're laying down here. Draw your right knee in and flex your right foot. Put the strap around your right, the ball of your right foot. Now, if you ever needed to do this without a strap, you totally could. You would just hold on to wherever you grab onto, wherever your arm reaches your leg. Some people do this with their peace sign fingers around their toes, okay? But we're doing it with a strap if you have one. Like I said, you can always hold on to your leg. Okay, so that left knee is bent, and the right foot is flexed, and we're just breathing into the right hamstring, one hand on either side of the strap. Now, some of you might prefer to have your left leg straight or straighter. So any amount or no amount that left leg wants to be straight, let it do that. Now take both ends of the strap in your right hand, take your left arm out to the side by your left shoulder, and controlling the right leg, take the right leg out to the right. You can use your arm as a brace because for most of us, the foot isn't going to come all the way to the mat without taking the left hip with it, and we don't want that. So we want to take, we want to support that leg and just take this opening as far as it's going to go right now. Now we've got the hands on a strap. It would be very tempting to yank that leg, the right leg, back up, but we're not going to do that. We're going to forget the strap is there and use the muscles of the right leg to draw it back up. Oh yeah. Now take both ends of the strap in your left hand, take your right arm out to the side. Take your right foot just past the belly button. Okay, so we're stopping here. Both hips are still on the mat. We're getting a nice little stretch in the outer right leg here. Now we're going to turn this into a twist. Take that right leg more over to the left. Let the right hip come up and turn your gaze toward the right. The right leg is over on the left. And once again, we're going to use the strength of the right leg rather than the strap to bring that right leg back up to center. Take one end of the strap in each hand, flex the right foot, and gently breathe into the right hamstring. Maybe those toes come a little farther back, maybe not. always be checking in with your spine, your body. What are you being guided to do? Bend your right knee, release the strap, bend both knees for a moment, and just let your knees open and close. Little release here. Okay. So if you need some option that I did not give you, raise your leg and wiggle your foot at me. Everybody's good to move to the left side. Okay. The strap is going around the ball of your left foot. The left foot is flexed. You're holding one end of the strap in each hand. Breathing into the hamstring. And with that breath, if those left toes start to move gently back, that's okay. They may or may not. And if the right leg is okay for you to straighten any amount, you can do that too. So we're just here breathing. Now we take both ends of the strap in the left hand, right arm out by the shoulder, and start to let that left leg open. Brace with the left arm so that you don't put undue or, too much tension on that left inner thigh. We want it to release, but we don't want it to revolt, right? Inhale and exhale. All right, forget the strap is there. You might even need to loosen your grip on that strap. Use the strength of the left leg to take that leg back up. Wouldn't it be nice to use the strap instead? I would have liked that. Okay, take both ends of the strap in your right hand, left arm out to the side, and we're just going to take the left foot just past the belly button. Now we'll take it into a twist here by letting the left hip lift. The left foot comes over to the right and your gaze turns towards your left fingertips. And then once again, the strength of the left leg brings the leg back up to center. Both ends of the strap, one end in each hand, flexing the left foot, and gently guide that left hamstring back a little more if there's space for it to move. All right, let's go ahead and bend the knee this time. Release the strap, 2 feet to the mat. Open and close those knees, little butterfly wings here. All right. We're going to come now to hands and knees. Okay, remember you can pad your knees. You've got your rolled up towel blanket. You can put that under your knees if that works better for you. You can work at a wall or hands on a chair or table. Okay, so we're just going to take the hands forward, way forward, come into a knee down plank, do our push-up, and hips back. Okay, so we're going forward and back, forward and back. Add that little push-up, and find your way to child's pose. Now remember to support your head in child's pose. Your hands might be forward, and they also might be more towards your ankles here. You might sometimes want to rest your head on a block. Just see how that, changes things for you, what it gives you space for. Another breath here. And we're going to come back to hands and knees for a moment. Okay, so we've got the knees under the hips and the wrists under the shoulders here. Okay, now take your right hand by your right knee. it's not going to touch it, a little bit in front of your right knee, maybe 4 or 5 inches, and take your left hand toward the upper right hand corner of your mat. Start to move your hips back toward your heels and feel that beautiful stretch. Okay, is this making sense? Your right hand is by your right knee, your left arm is diagonal in front of the body, and if you've ever heard of your quadratus lumborum, that's what we're stretching here, the QL. All right, let's come back just for a moment. Hands and knees here. Take your left hand about 4 inches away from your left knee. Take your right hand forward diagonally up toward the top of your mat, the upper left corner of your mat, and stretch back. Draw the hips back. It's a nice postural muscle. Okay, bring it back to center here. Hands and knees, down dog. We're lifting into dog and we're going to pedal out the feet. One heel down and hold. Other heel down and hold. 2 heels down and hold. And then take a nice journey, feet to the hands. So you might decide to hop or take some big steps or just take a nice little walking meditation. Okay. When you get there, bring your hands to your thighs, shine your heart forward. Now, with keeping your spine long, start to let your hands roll down your legs and straighten the legs, and just see where the hands wind up here. Bring your hands to your hips, come halfway up, take your arms wide out to the side, make a giant T out of yourself. Take your arms up by your ears and float the arms up. Ooh. Release the hands down by your side and shake things out. All right, so I'm gonna get this block out of my way and the strap for now, so we can just move into, we're going to do our sun salutations, okay? So top of the mat, and we'll add some arms at the top of the sun salutation. We'll add a knee down crescent lunge with an option. So if you want padding for your knee, make sure it's nearby, okay? So you have everything you need. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're gonna float the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. There's a little twist for you. Take the arms up, left arm back, right arm forward, and take it up. And the hips might be coming with you this time, that's okay. Different style of twist. Bring the elbows to the waist and shine your heart up. Draw your arms long overhead and fold halfway from the hip creases. Reach those arms long and then let the hands drop. Bring your hands to your thighs. Take a half lift. Draw down, down, down. Sit the hips down. Bring the hands down. Take that right leg back. Hang out in this lunge with the left knee over the left ankle. Wiggle those hips around. All right, now we're going to bring the back knee down, the right knee down, and float up into our knee down crescent lunge. Bring the hands down. Keep your right hand down, tuck your right toes, and open your left arm. As you open the left arm, option lift your right knee. Yeah. Good. Bring your left hand down and find your way to plank. You're either going knee up or knee down plank, whatever's better for you. Okay. Now remember, in the Chaturanga, that elbow creases are forward, elbows are going back. Those were beautiful. All right, so lift your hands and remember that elbows to the waist action we just did. Shine your heart forward as you take your elbows toward the waist, just like when we were standing. Cobra here, hands free, release, and find your way to downward facing dog. Oh yes, nice. So in your dog, take your right leg up, hip height only, and then make some small circles in one direction. Make those circles a little larger. Remember, you're always welcome to bring your knees down in down dog. Now spin in the other direction, tiny circles, and a little larger. Okay, and now you're going to take a big step forward with the right foot, whatever big step means to you tonight. Bring your left knee down. Arrange yourself for the knee down crescent lunge, arms overhead. Oh yeah. Bring the hands down, tuck your back toes. Left hand stays on the mat, right arm opens to the right. Option, lift the left knee. Bring your right hand down. Lift your left knee if it's still on the mat. Engage all the muscles of your body and take a super giant step. Boom. Left foot meets right at the top of the mat. Half lift. With a long spine, float your hands down your legs. Keeping your feet grounded, float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right, everybody good to go on the other side? Okay, we've got a similar but slightly different thing to do in the crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, right? We're going to bring the hands to the heart, take that twist. Maybe the elbow touches, the opposite elbow. And here the option will be to lift the back knee from here. So it's going to be a little different than having one hand down. Be a little more of a balance challenge. Feet are hip width distance apart. Remember, that's just an option. You don't have to do that. We're going to start with the arms. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, open, arms long, twist to the left or right. Doesn't matter, we're going both ways. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale. Elbows to waist, shine your heart up. Inhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward. Sink the hips, sink the hips, sink the hips. Hands come down, left leg backward in that nice lunge. Hang out here, a little more hip release. Bring your left knee down, point your toes behind you and come into low crescent lunge. Now bring your hands to your heart. Always make your spine long before twisting, so we lengthen through the spine. And take the left elbow. Wait, that's your right elbow, isn't it? Is it your left elbow or your right elbow? Take that elbow over to the knee. Okay, I'm done. I'm completely done. All right, go ahead and tuck your back toes now. Fix your gaze about, if you're lifting that back knee, fix your gaze about 2 feet diagonal from your front toe and lift your back knee. That is your right toe. All right. And everybody, hands to the mat, whether your knee is up or down. Come into your plank. Step back to plank. Yes, good. And nice, strong, controlled Chaturanga. Always bring your knees down if your Chaturanga starts getting away from you. We don't want to wobble our way to the floor. Okay, we're going to come back into that hands-free cobra, elbows to waist, lift up, and release. And let's do that one more time. Lift, elbows to waist, heart shines forward. And release. Find downward facing dog. yourself nice and even in down dog, right? 4 points of contact. Left leg up to the left hip. And circle, tiny circles. Same direction, a little larger. And circle tiny circles, other direction. And a little larger. Now take whatever big step comes to you with the left foot forward. Bring your right knee down. Arrange yourself in this low crescent lunge. Arms overhead. Palms together. Length through the spine. Right elbow to the left knee. And you can stay right here or fix your gaze and play with lifting that back knee. Wherever you are, unwind. If your knee is down, lift it up. Muscles are engaged. Big step forward with the right foot coming to the top of the mat. Place your hands on your legs and come into a nice forward fold here. Roll your hands to your thighs, half lift. Come back down, forward fold. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right, whew. Anybody but me working up a sweat here tonight? Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and find your block, find your something to hold on to. Okay? The reason we want to have something to hold on to, whether it's a table, a chair, the wall, is because we don't want to have to worry about balancing. We want to really just be able to focus on the hip. So place your block about arm's length distance away from your wall. Step your inside foot onto the block, the foot closest to the wall, and then swing your outside leg back and forth. These are those hip releases, back and forth. Now take your outside leg in a half of an X. So forward on a diagonal, back on a diagonal. Forward on a diagonal, back on a diagonal. Yes. 3 and 2, and bring it down. Just let that leg hang for a moment. Then we're going to bend that knee and take the knee out, foot back, out and back. So nice little hip cleaners here. And one more, and release. All right, so now you're going to either move your block. I'm going to move mine to the other side of the room so I can do my other leg and still be facing forward. You can simply turn around. Okay, you know what we're doing, so you might not feel like you have to see everything, but I want to see you. Put your hand on the wall, inside foot on the block, and work that other leg forward and back. Hip release here. We're just swinging that leg forward and back. Whew, and then start taking it to half an X. So the leg goes forward on a diagonal, back on a diagonal. Forward, back. All right, pause here. Just let that outside leg hang a little bit. Releasing, and then we're going to bend the knee and bring the foot back. Knee forward, foot back. The arms are optional. I just like to move my arms. I don't know. Back and forth. Whew. And finish up here. Now come off your block and return to your mat and find mountain pose. Just give those hips an opportunity to really feel what they just did. Really feel the release you just built up. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to calm things down a little bit with a warrior two. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the legs wide. Turn your right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. Bend your right knee so that knee is over the ankle, tracking through the center of the foot. Now, the reason I always say that is because we don't want the knee to do this. We don't want the knee heading in or out. We want center. And then the shoulders over hips, arms are long. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do a nice smooth archer move here. So first we start out by gazing past the right fingertips, and then slowly turn your gaze till you find your left fingertips. And when you have found them, keep your eye on your left fingertips as they come around, around, around. That left hand meets the right, and then the left hand comes back along the right arm. You're still watching those left fingertips. Open. Yes, there's the archer warrior. We'll do that 2 more times. Follow the left fingertips, left fingertips, left fingertips. Left hand meets right. Left hand draws across the right arm and goes back. We followed the left hand the whole time. And 1 more time. Left hand forward. Drawing back like pulling on a bow, right? And open, warrior two. Hands to the hips. Switch the position of the feet. Give your legs a break if they want one. You wind up with your left toes turned to the left, left knee over the ankle, tracking through the center of the foot, shoulders over hips, arms out. We're in warrior two on the left. We start out with the gaze on the left, and then turn your gaze to find your right fingers, and follow your right fingers as they come forward, meet the left, come across the left arm. We're still following those right fingertips, back to the right. And 2 more times like that. Okay, forward, just focus. Draw your bow, yes. And your 3rd time. Settle into warrior two on the left. And then from here, you can just step forward, your right foot to meet your left. You can hop your feet together, or you can heel toe together, however you want to get your legs back together, and come to the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale. All right, so let's check in. Scan your body, see if anything is feeling like it needs to just move around, release a little bit. Everybody good? Now, in final relaxation, you have these rolls. So sometimes people like to put a bolster or the roll under their knees. Okay, you might have that going on. So just have something that you want nearby if you feel like you're going to want something. All right, we're coming back to mountain pose here. Here's our balance. All 4 corners of the feet. Close the eyes and just see what's happening in your body. Is there movement? That's not a wrong answer if the answer is yes. We're just observing. Where is everything? All right, now we're going to take a nice deep inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, straight leg swan dive from the hip creases. One final half lift here, shining the heart forward, sitting the hips back. Sink the hips, hands down, and either, let's just all just go to down dog, because you guys have worked hard enough. All right, we're going to down dog here. Inhale and exhale. Now you could also just come to table if you're ready for table. If you're in down dog, bring your big toes together Take your knees to one side, hips to the other. If you're in table, the hips are just going to rock side to side. Up to you. Yep, and from your down dog, go ahead, bring your knees down. Sit off to the side. And we're coming back to seated mountain pose. The spine is long. Inhale and exhale here. All right. So we're going to bend the knees and come down to the mat. Oh yes. Inhale and exhale here. So we're going to do a couple of rolling bridges. Okay, so keep them moderate. We're not trying to really strain the back. We just want to do some releasing here. So bring your heels close to your hips, hands down by your side. Exhale, and then as you inhale, let your arms start to come up. Let your hips start to lift. A little rolling bridge here, arms back, and then roll back down. So we want to carefully place the spine back down on the mat, one vertebra at a time, right? Extending through the spine. Roll up and slowly roll down. So we're not just plopping the spine down and bringing the hands down. Okay, so roll up and roll down. Just a few times. Nice releasing, releasing. And the next time you come down, just hang out here. Spine is in neutral. Inhale and exhale here. Okay, so we're going to take the right ankle now across the left thigh. Draw the right leg in, lift the left foot off the mat, and hold on to the left leg. We're in reclined pigeon here, so we're going to be holding this. So you're holding onto your left leg, either behind the hamstring. Some people might have the shin. Everybody's right foot is flexed, and everybody's left knee is in line with the left shoulder. As much as possible. Why the knee to the shoulder? Because you'll feel a difference in your right hip if you let your knee go across toward the belly button. All right, now go ahead and take your left leg up. If you were holding your shin, you have to move your hands. Take your left leg straight up, point and flex your left foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. Release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat. Knees gentle, open and close. Left ankle across the right thigh. Left foot is flexed. Draw your right leg in, holding on hamstring. Some people like shin. You might not even have either of those. You might just be holding onto the outsides of your legs. That would be fine too. Right knee in line with the shoulder as much as possible. Left foot is definitely flexed. Right leg extends, point and flex the ankle. Circle one direction and the other. Release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, knees gently open and close. Hands down by your side, open and close, wiggle the fingers. Say thank you to your hands, rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Hands back down by your side and just let your head move side to side. And bringing the head back to center, Scan your body, take any final movements, legs straight, knees bent, something under the knees if that's feeling good to you these days. Just start to make sure everything is going to be comfortable and start to look for your final relaxation position here. That was a lot tonight, a lot. Feel yourself supported on the earth and make sure that your spine is happy. Super happy spine. When you're nice and comfortable, inhale through the nose. And just one time, gently exhale through the mouth. Release your body onto the earth and into final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your inhale, extend your arms and legs. And as you exhale, draw the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And help yourself back up to a nice, easy seat. We're going to seal our practice this evening with another Lotus Breath. So arms by your side here, palms up. Inhale, drawing every good thing that you want to carry from this practice off your mat and into your world. Bring your heels of your hands, thumbs, pinkies together. And as you draw your palms to your heart, sealing all that in, turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.